I've invited through one of my very good friends. Yeah, thank you for recording it. So I will take us. There are a few agenda we need to go through. I will give a little bit of introduction about the Center of Emerging Skills and Technology here in Ladoke Akintola, University of Technology. After that, we'll invite the guest speaker who will talk to us for about 50 to 1 hour about opportunities, postgraduate studies abroad, the different kind of opportunities that we can latch on. And then I will also invite one of my very good friends who's going to give us some practical consideration about this issue. Then we are going to have about 30 minutes of interaction. So the invited the participant can ask questions, they can make comments, anything they want to talk, they can say it within 30 minutes. Thereafter, there will be a closing remark, and then that will be the end of the webinar. So hopefully, in the next 1.5 hours, we plan to complete this webinar. So from my side, my name is Professor Teslim Ashafa, and I'm the Director for Center for Emerging Skills and Technology here in Lautech, Ogbomoso. And so our center said Seyi Makinde, Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State, about in 2019, about 5 to 6 years ago. And the aim of the center is to enhance technological advancements and innovation in Nigeria, which we have been doing. So the center involves trainings and development personnel on state-of-the-art skills to harness the potential of youth and entrepreneurs in our country. That is what we have been doing. So this is a pictorial view of the center. So here is the center to the top right here. And then we have the conference hall, we have the lecture hall, we have the research lab, we have the autotronics lab, we have the robotic lab, and then we have the exhibition hall. So these are the things we have inside our center, Seyi Makinde Innovation and Technology Hub here in Lautech, Ogbomoso. So since I got to these positions about less than 1 year ago, maybe about 7 months, we have made some very important contributions to technological developments and innovation in the university and across the Nigeria. So we have been engaging in training of IT students. Currently, we have about 28 of them learning about 3D designs and printing, so robotics, drone piloting, another different area of emerging skills, including autotronics in the center. And we have been able to mentor a lot of innovators for design competition, both at the national, local, and the international stage with a lot of awards. I'm going to show us some of them. So here is some of our IT students, in practice. Some of them are in the labs, so working on different areas of emerging skills. So as I said, some of our students we have been supporting a lot of our students to innovate and compete. So here is one of them. Here, Lautech shines at Energy Innovation Challenge. That was in 2024, where our student got the second position and got the award of 1 million. After that, we also here Lautech defeated the university to claim top position in Ameta Design Competition at Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. So that's some of our mentees who have gone to win awards. So Lautech emerged best in AI hackathon game competition, beating University of Ibadan, others. So here you can also see the result of our mentorship. Also, Lautech shine at UI Design Studio Hackathon 2024, claimed first runner-up. And in addition to that, Lautech shines at Nigerian Genus, click first runner-up. These are some of our representatives, the tech guru among us who we have trained so much, and we are helping them to win so many awards. Lautech claimed first runner-up in the flour mill of Nigerian Innovation Challenge. That's also some of our mentees. And the latest of all is Lautech wins Act for Livestock competition, Naira cash prize, and head to Florida. That is the latest one we had about a month ago, just before the heat. So these are um, some of our mentees who have gone to win several awards based on their innovations. The innovation cut across agriculture, different area of technology, in the area of health, and in so many areas, So today, we shall dive deeper by exploring global opportunity for postgraduate studies. Why this is not our core mandate, as I've explained before, um, as Innovation Hub, we feel the knowledge and information are important for our young ones who desire international exposure. So that is the major one. We know that it is not really about innovation, but about creating opportunity for our teeming populace, the young undergraduate students and those who recently graduated. So in LAUTECH, we have close to 45,000 students, and we produce maybe close to 7 to 10,000 students every year. You know, 7 to 10,000 students graduate every year. So that's a huge number of students. So some of them will be going for their postgraduate studies. Some of them will decide to stay within the country, and a lot of them will decide to travel abroad. So this is just an opportunity, just creating an opportunity for them to know what is going on, to know the opportunities that they can explore, and then to know how to go about it. These are the major reasons why we organize this webinar. In case any of you want to get in touch with us at the Center for Emerging Space and Technology, this is our phone number and this is our email. You can always reach us anytime, anywhere through our phone number, through our email address. And of course, you can visit the center. If you are within the Ogbomoso area, you can visit our center, which is at area we call South African area, just behind the new Faculty of Engineering and Technology faculty. So you can meet us there. You will always see somebody there from Monday to Friday. So you're also invited to make use of our facility. And then the next 2 months, we hope of the facility so that most of us who are interested in the area of innovation can make use of it. So thank you so much. So I'm going to invite our presenter, Mr. Akram. And then just before I do that, I will just do a little bit of introduction about him. So this is just about Mr. Akram Muhammad. Mr. Akram Muhammad is the head of business development at Cambridge Training and Consultancy, which is based in the United Kingdom. The Cambridge Training and Consultancy work with several universities across the globe. Students to get admission for higher education in world-class universities. It provides complete guidance and support for applications, admission stage to visa guidance to arrivals. It also assists students in career guidance. So Mr. Akram has been involved in all this for several years. And uh, I know it will offer a lot of values to our students. So those who are interested in relocating, in getting scholarship abroad, in getting postgraduate studies abroad. So I'm going to share some of his information just before the end of this webinar, so that we can take it from here, and then we will be able to reach our destination. So today we are so much delighted to have Mr. Akram in our midst, so that he can enlighten us about this process. So I therefore have the singular opportunity of inviting Mr. Akram to take us through the procedure. Mr. Akram, are you with us, sir?
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Taslim.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for
thank you.
inviting me today. Good to be on board, and we'll try to share as much information as possible during the time span we have, and hopefully that will benefit a lot of participants who have taken time out on a Saturday afternoon to listen to our talk today. Let me start by sharing my screen. I have a short presentation which will help us to understand of the topics what we'll be discussing today. Can you see my screen yet? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. Yeah, just 1 minute. Brilliant. Let's talk about the higher education in general today. I mean, a lot of students travel abroad for higher studies. I mean, we'll be discussing some top destinations where the students may wish to study abroad, and depends on the number of students which are traveling to different countries worldwide. So we'll keep it in general, but of course, end of the presentation, if you have any specific questions, please feel free to drop your questions in the chat box. We'll be taking the questions at the end of the webinar, and we'll try to cover as much and as many questions as possible, hopefully today. And then later on, you will have the opportunity to take our details as well, and for you to be in touch with us, if you wish to proceed for higher studies abroad. What we'll be discussing today is the study abroad journey in general, what to study, how to choose a university, the admission process, the various countries which are inviting international students to come and study globally, and when to apply. Of course, the major factor, one of the important factor is the funds required for the journey itself. So um, sorry, yeah. The visa process, what's going to happen once you complete your studies, and just a few frequently asked questions, and then later on we'll take up your questions from the chat box. Without any further ado, just want to introduce myself. My name is Akram Muhammad. I'm the head of business development at Cambridge Training and Consultancy. We are a UK-based business. We have more than 15 years of experience. We have been working with over 300 universities worldwide, from UK to US, Germany, Spain, Canada, South Korea, Turkey, Georgia, France, Australia, New Zealand. Quite a lot of countries. We cover quite a lot of ground in terms of assisting candidates from Middle East, from Africa, of course, South Asia, and the Far East. So this is just a short introduction about ourselves. I mean, we have a very dedicated team who will be able to assist aspirants if they wish to study abroad, starting from shortlisting the universities depending on the profile, to helping them to apply for the universities, chasing up with the universities for the offer, and assisting them throughout the visa process. So I would say from step 1 to step 10, starting from contacting us to reaching the destination. So we follow up with the candidate throughout the process. The first and foremost question is, why do students study abroad? I mean, what is the logic or concept behind studying abroad? As you know, that in a lot of universities worldwide are renowned for their ranking for education quality, particularly university in the West, where they have the research facilities, quite a lot of prominent professors teaching the course. Students want to study abroad with world-class universities, so that their degree, what they earn, is recognized not just in their home country but globally as well. The courses are very short and long. Some courses may be 1 year, and some are 2 years for the master's program. The bachelor's are 3 to 4 years, if someone wishes to consider that aspect. One of the main important criteria for someone to study abroad is the international exposure, which they will not be able to get in their home country. When I say international exposure, and a lot of candidates like to travel abroad, learn the new culture, interact with thousands of students coming from different part of the world, making friends, networking, learning new culture. This is what international exposure means in a broader sense. And once you complete your studies, the students are invited to stay back in that particular country to explore for job opportunities or even settlement as well. So this is in nutshell, a general concept about study abroad. One of the basic questions we are always asked by potential aspirants is what to study. And we always tell them that it's better to look at your previous qualification and your future career, where you want to be. So you have to relate your higher broad studies in that aspect. Don't just do a course just for the sake of it, where it will not get you a career or a job. So always look at your previous qualification. Someone who may have done, let's say, bachelor's in computer science, may want to do a master's abroad, then look at the current industry. As you know that there are a lot of talks with regards to the AI, data science, machine learning, cyber security. So there are a lot of hot topics to be chosen from in terms of your higher studies. So try to look for master's degree in a relevant country in those topics, and also look at the career path as well, where you want to where you want yourself to be in that industry, where you potentially may be able to get a job. Also look at the course information as well. Just don't go for the a fancy name with a particular course. The Always look at the course content, whether the modules taught in that course are relevant to the current industry standards, current what's happening around the world. So look at the course content in depth. Every university will have a course page for you to explore, listing the number of modules, what will be taught in that modules, and what is the expectation of the university from the student, and vice versa. What is the expectation of the student from the university? And what are the career opportunities thereafter from the particular course? So every university has a course page. So we highly recommend that you look at the course content in depth, so that you understand what you're actually going in. And also some of the programs may have an internship option as well for you to explore. So let's say if someone who wants to do a bachelor's in the UK, the students after 2 years can take a 1 year internship break, and then they can work in the industry for 1 year and then come back to do the final year. Similarly, for a master's program, you can be able to take a 1 semester internship break, and then look into that aspect. We highly recommend this internship or placement aspect, because you'll gain the first-hand experience of working in that particular country, which will help you to gain the vital knowledge of the working environment in that country. And more importantly, it'll help you to understand the work culture, make a contact with a company. And we have seen cases where the students have done a short-term internship, and after completion of the program, that particular company offered them a job immediately. So it's a very good opportunity for you to explore that internship or placement option as well. Choosing a university, it's a very complicated point, I would say, because there are thousands of universities in different countries. So understanding all those things might take a lot more time for you to understand, because of course, a lot of universities are elite universities charging very high fees, but then again, they have that kind of teaching quality and regime, which will allow you to excel in those studies. You may have heard of the Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge, a lot of high-profile universities there, which are very elite. The students may choose universities based on the ranking, or the students may choose a location-based university. Someone may say that I want to study any university in London or in New York or elsewhere, so that they can not only be able to study but also enjoy the student life there in those cosmopolitan cities. So it depends on the candidate's preference. Some students may say that we have a limited budget, we would require a university with certain amount of fees. Then we have to look into that aspect of that criteria. And some universities may offer scholarships depending on the candidate's region. Some are regional based scholarships, some are education academic excellence scholarship as well. So there are different criteria to choose a university. And the other question is, how does a university choose a student? Let's say you apply for a program in a university. Why would the university choose you as a student to study that particular program? Generally, every university has a selection criteria. In general, these are the two major criteria that the candidate would require to satisfy to obtain an offer from the university. One is they should have a second-class honors. If they're planning to go for a master's degree, then the undergrad should have a second-class honors degree. If someone is planning to study, a bachelor's degree in abroad, then they should need also have to have the relevant grades for them to be able to get an offer for the undergrad program. The academic program, as I mentioned, it has to be at least a second-class honors or 60% in general in high school. And the other requirement is the student should have at least 5.5 in IELTS or other components, or overall 6.0. Majority of the universities do accept candidates from particularly Nigeria with the WAEC or NECO, at least C6 in their English language. So this is something you can you can keep in mind. Most of the majority universities do not require Nigerian candidates to take IELTS exam. Because if the candidates, as I mentioned earlier, if they have a C6 in their WAEC or NECO, then that is acceptable, and the English language requirement is waived off. So this is something you can keep in mind. Let's explore some of the countries which are looked forward to by applicants worldwide. So we'll discuss in general the list of the countries where most of the potentially the participants would like to study or do a degree for the higher education. The first one is the UK. It's an English-speaking country. You don't need to learn any other language, which is quite comforting. Lots of high-ranking universities and lots of universities which are low in fees as well, but to high in fees as well. So you have kind of a mixture of affordable ranking fees universities and also high-ranking more fees universities too. Of course, scholarships are available. Most of the UK universities do offer scholarship from 10 to 20%, but they may be possible for slightly higher scholarship depending on your academic excellence. As I mentioned, IELTS is not mandatory. UK has the highest visa success rate. Touch wood, so far we never had any visa refusals. Almost 90 to 100% of our candidates got the visa because there's certain set criteria that you are required to produce when you apply for your visa application, including your education qualification. So which we will be guiding you step by step. So UK has the highest visa success rate for all the countries so far. And after completion of your program, the UK gives candidates a 2 years job search visa. After that, after your completion of your program, you can stay in UK for 2 years. And during that period, you can look for professional jobs. At the same time, you're allowed to do any jobs at all. There is no restriction on that. The general intakes are September, Jan, and May. If someone is planning for this September, then I would say you have another 2 or 3 weeks for you to start the process immediately, because as you can imagine, September is just around the corner. We have to apply, get the offer, and also to apply for the visa as well. So it takes a little bit time. So if someone is planning for this September, then I would say this is the time. US and Canada, also English-speaking countries, similar to UK, lots of high-ranking universities from low fees to high fees. Scholarship may be available because the scholarship in US and Canada works quite differently than to UK. IELTS is mandatory, unfortunately, and the visa success rate is very different to UK. You may be the best profile candidate for Canada or US, particularly US, but on that particular day, if there are rejections in the US embassy, then unfortunately, you'll see a lot of refusals. So there is no set criteria for the issuance of the visa. It depends on your interview with the visa officer on that particular day and time. So if that goes well, then we have seen cases where good profiles didn't get the visa, and some average profiles got the visa as well. So it depends on how you manage the visa interview on that particular day of your visa application. For UK, there is no visa interview, so it's only a matter of applying and just waiting for 3 weeks. For US and for Canada as well, similar, but for US there is a visa interview with the visa officer at the US embassy at the relevant location. So you have to present yourself, and then you'll be asked certain questions. I would say the interview will not be more than not more than 5 or maximum 10 minutes. Within that short span of time, you have to make a good impression and answer the questions appropriately. After completion of your program, you're allowed to stay back for 1 to 2 years in US and Canada, depending on the program. The usual intakes are September and Jan, which they call it as spring and fall. Europe has several options. We have Germany, France, Poland, Spain, Hungary. Of course, all of these options are non-English speaking options. So you have to take the leap of faith when you go for these countries, that you not only have to excel in studies, but also you have to learn the local language for you to be able to to gain a job there. Because of course, learning the local language will not only help you in during your time at the university, but also when you complete your program, it'll help you to gain a lot, interact with the locals in terms of in the interview. When you actually get a job, you'll be working there, so you'll have that, you'll have that. That language barrier, I would say. So a lot of universities do accept students and they offer programs in English, but at the same time, they also have a language center available in the university for you to learn the local language. The fees are high to the low to high. Scholarships, yes, may be available. IELTS is mandatory. In some countries, it's not. So let's say Malta, we had a webinar this morning with Malta, which is also having a very good high success visa rate. The fees are reasonable, around no, 7 to 7,500 per annum. So we can be able to discuss some options depending on your preferences with regards to Europe. The different visa success rate, of course. I mean, you have to look at the different embassies, because a lot of countries involved. Schengen countries, there are 29 countries in Schengen area. So let's say if you get a study visa for Germany, then you can freely travel to any of the other 28 Schengen countries without any visa, because you have a visa of one Schengen country, you're allowed to travel to other Schengen countries as well. After completion of a program, you're allowed to stay back for 1 to 2 years after completion. So there's something you can look into, explore. Let's say Poland has 9 months, Malta has 9 months, Germany 18 months, so as France 1 to 3 years, and Hungary as well. So every country has their own stay back option, which you can which can look into. We if someone is interested in medicine, then we have Hungary, Bulgaria, and Georgia. These are all non-English speaking countries. But if someone wants to become a doctor, then you can be able to explore one of the option countries on the screen. And the fees are from $5,000 to $18,000 per year. So as you can see, it's quite a fluctuation. Unfortunately, no scholarship, because medicine programs attract a lot of applications around the world, and unfortunately, there is no scholarship. IELTS is mandatory, and also different visa success rate. After completion of the medicine program, students can travel to UK or US through UK MLE or US MLE. And the general intakes are September and Jan. So if someone within your friends and family want to become a doctor, then there are other opportunities as well. So you can explore this. We haven't included one opportunity here. We have a partner university in Caribbean who are offering a 5 years MD master's medicine degree. The 3 years they will be doing, the first 3 years will be doing in Caribbean, and the final 2 years they will be working, or they'll be studying in US with clinical rotation as well. So hopefully they'll end up as a doctor in US. So this is something a lot of people like to explore. The general admission process is, once we collect all your documents, then we apply to the relevant university, and then we chase up with the university to get the offer. Once the offer is received, and if there are any conditions to satisfy, then we submit the relevant documents to satisfy those conditions. Then we pay the initial deposit. In UK, the general initial deposit is around 5 to 6,000 pounds. In other countries, it's similar, but in their currency, let's say euro or dollar. There may be a precast interview, initial interview with the university. You are required to submit your bank funds to show that you have the funds available for your studies and your stay in that relevant country. And once that is done, the university will issue the visa letter, and then we help you to apply for the visa. This is just a sample conditional offer from one of our partner universities. As you can see, the conditions are mentioned there. The students have to submit an official bachelor certificate, and similarly, other conditions will be applicable depending on the university's entry requirement and the documents we have submitted on your behalf. This is a sample visa letter from the one of our UK universities, and once this is issued, then we help the student to apply for the UK study visa. And as I mentioned, it takes about 3 weeks for you to get the visa response, visa application response. The documents required are, of course, passport. You need to have a valid passport for at least 1 year. You need to have your WAEC or NECO results. If you're planning to apply for master's degree, then you need to have a bachelor's degree and transcript from the university. Any other qualification which you have that can also be included. Your English language qualification will be your WIC results. We know that some of the results are online. Then the university would require a WIC scratch card as well, a detailed CV to for the university to know more about yourself. It has to be in a specific format, month and year format. When did you start this particular program, and when did you complete, and when did you start this particular job, and when did you complete, and what are the roles and responsibilities of that particular job. So this everything has to be mentioned in very detail. Letter of recommendations. If you are currently working, then one letter of recommendation from your current employer and one from your previous educational establishment. If you are a recent graduate or you have recent passed out, then two letter of recommendations from your most recent educational establishment. Finally, a personal statement for you to mention why you wish to study on this particular program. There is a set format for the personal statement, which you are required to mention why particularly this country. You're mentioning your background, why you have chosen this university, why this particular course, and after completion, what are your plans. So once you prepare your personal statement, then we'll help you to revise that according to the university's requirement, and then we can submit that to the university. When to apply? It's always better to apply at least 6 months before. In some countries, it may be 6 to 8 months. Let's say Germany, depending on the visa appointment dates locally, you have to check that. But for UK, you can still apply three months before. Like if you're planning for this September, then you still have time now to apply and hopefully get through. Always leave sufficient time to apply for UK visa. You have to check the visa appointment timings locally as well. As I mentioned, some embassies are quite busy, so the appointments may not be freely available. So we always have to make sure that we are applying in enough time for us to to move and make things more easily and try to work towards getting the visa as well. Funds required in general and in particular for the visa as well. And some universities require an application fee. Almost 90 to 95% UK universities do not require an application fee, but some of the US and Canadian universities do require application fee as part of the application. Of course, apart from that application fee, you have to look for the initial deposit that needs to be paid to the university. There's a health insurance fee as well that you are required to pay. Of course, the visa fee when you apply for the visa, and before you apply for the visa, you are required to maintain certain funds in your account. So this will help you to this is a mandatory requirement as per the German as per the embassies. So we'll guide you whichever country you're planning to go ahead. We'll guide will guide you through the process, and then we can take it from there. Okay. Yeah, visa process, visa application fee, the bank statement, the supporting documents. In some countries, as I mentioned, in some countries, as I mentioned, it's more than just a document submission. You're required to attend the interview as well. So you have to prepare for that. We'll help you to prepare for those kind of interviews too. So the usual processing time is 3 weeks, but if you're attending in person, then you'll know the result. You'll know the result quickly. Well, the most important thing is quite a lot of students travel abroad for higher studies to explore a career in that particular country. So if someone has wants to come to the UK for higher studies, they're allowed to stay back for 2 years. Then if US, then it's 1 to 2 years, Canada up to 2 years, Germany 18 months, France 1 to 3 years, and Poland 9 months. So every country has their own stay back option, so that it'll help you to stay back there, look for professional jobs, then try to to get into that career ladder and potentially settle in that country through that work visa route. Coming back to the frequently asked questions, can I work while studying? Yes, you're allowed to work. In majority of the countries, you're allowed to work 20 hours a week during your term time. during your vacation, you can work full time. There is no restriction on the number of hours. Can I bring my dependents along with me? Yes, some countries do allow it, but we usually do not recommend this at the initial stage. It's better if you come. It's better if you come and study first, and then and sorry. It's better if you come and then start your studies, and later on you can apply for your family. Some countries have a no dependent visa policy. Let's say UK, as a undergrad and master's taught program, you're not allowed to bring dependents, but for master's in research program and PhD, you're allowed to bring dependents. So just for your information. Yeah, how can we help you? We are more than happy to help you to make an initial assessment of your program, the application process. We'll chase up the university for your offer. We'll guide you step by step on the visa process as well. We'll provide you pre-arrival and pastoral support, and if you have any dependents, we help them to apply for the visa as well. And once you complete your studies, then we can be able to guide you through the career information if you require. Okay, this is a WhatsApp number on the screen. If anyone of you are willing to contact us, there's a WhatsApp number, you can do so. And also my colleague will be dropping a message in the Zoom chat box. Please feel free to check that information. We have a direct link so that once you complete that application, a short form, one of our colleagues will be in touch with you to start or discuss the higher education information abroad. That's a short presentation from my end. If we have any questions, I'm more than happy to take, or problem to you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Akram. It's so nice listening to you. I hope our participants including the many universities within Europe, North America, South America, and Asia, and so a lot of opportunity to select from all these universities. We also talk about the possibility of getting scholarship, especially if you're a high flyer in your university, so it make it easy for you. It also talks about the application process, including getting the application form completed, the references, the statement of purpose, personal statements, some deposits if possible. So all these things are very important. I'm going to request for the presentation so that it can be shared with all of us after this webinar. So, but before we start the question and answer, I want to invite one of my very great friends, Mr. Abdewasi Olabisi, to make some comments. Mr. Abdewasi is a very good friend. We graduated together from Ladoke University of Technology. And after few years after our graduation, he left for the UK and has been there since that time. So I hope he's going to come back and pick me one day to join him over there. Anyway, so I think he has a very good relationship with Mr. Akram. He actually introduced Mr. Akram to me. And then we started talking about support some of our students who are here. So I will invite Mr. Abdewasi for just 5 to 10 minutes to give some comments and probably some practical experience as regard this, getting students abroad, supporting them, and then give them the leeway to fulfill their aspiration. Mr. Abdewasi Olabisi, you have the microphone. Oh, Mr. Akram, can you check him if he's allowed to talk or to unmute his microphone? Can you check?
Yeah, he's yeah, of course. I mean,
yes, no, I now I can, because I think I need the host to actually give me you cannot start your video because the host has disabled. So you can please allow me to also switch on my video so that
please go ahead.
at least as my two guys have done, let me also try and do the same thing. So thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Akram, so far. Professor Teslim, thank you very much. I'm Engineer Olamide Olabisi. As my guy said there, Professor Teslim, we've come a long way. He used to be our guy back in the school days then. While he studied mechanical, I studied electrical, but he's a much more clever lad than me. Anyway, as he has said, I've been in the UK for some time now. I think since 2010. I came from a master's in 2010. That was after I think we finished from LAUTECH 2003, isn't it, Prof? And I worked for PHCN for a couple of years before coming to the UK for my master's. I thought I was just going to come and do my master's and go back like Professor Teslim did, but I'm still in the UK now. So anyway, what is the journey so far? What is the experience? What can I share here? Akram and CTC, they've been fantastic partners to us over the years. Shortly after my own sort of background, after my study of power systems, and I worked for National Grid in the UK for some time. Then I joined Siemens in the UK. So I worked for Siemens for about 10 years before resigning to start our own businesses in 2020. So since about 5 years ago now, we've been running our own businesses. So one of it is this EduCare opportunities for international students. I think in the last couple of years, we've been able to bring at least 50 to 60 families or more into the UK successfully through the partnership with CTC. So they are known, tested, and trusted partners. And because of discussion recently with my good friend, Professor Teslim Ashafa, definitely with the department he holds now, is a no-brainer in terms of the future opportunities out there, innovation and stuff like that. It's obvious that, there is a lot that can be learned. So going back to the main topic, for me, practically, I would like to be as practical as possible in terms of opportunities of what you can meet on ground and all of that. The benefits of this kind of network through CTC that you may really get elsewhere, apart from the reliance or the reliability, because we've heard it that many of these international organizations, providers in Nigeria, they even scam people. They take money from people and people don't get their money. Apart from that reassurance of this partnership coming from LAUTECH, number one, I'm an alumnus myself. Okay. Number two is the fact that Professor Teslim is a very good ally, and with this partnership, it is something that we have been working with them. So we know them. We are together. Akram is a very good friend as well in the UK here. So that is number one, that you can be rest assured that Professor Teslim is bringing a tested and trusted opportunity on the table for you guys. Deposits, he mentioned deposits. All of these universities, they will require you to pay deposit when you get after you scale through all these, screening and you get unconditional offer. Once you get your offer, you will be required to pay a deposit. Usually, of course, it depends on the university. Regardless of the amount, is an amount that many will struggle to get. So usually, from my experience, this can be a showstopper for you to get that even deposit. Proof of fund. The deposit is something that you have to get. Okay, that one is the minimum requirement. And for example, if the school fees is about £10,000 or £11,000, some schools can be £4,000. I think CTC, Akram, they have some very good relationship with some of the universities, and they can be able to even get it lower in some instances. So regardless, you're able to get this hurdle. So apart from that, once you're in the country, one of the key things that is important to also look out for is where you go and study. You don't want to be in a no man's land island. Okay, they've mentioned that you can do a job, you can do some part-time jobs, maybe 20 hours during the school time, and during the holidays you can do even full hours. Many can be in the UK for many months without even getting any opportunity to work. And the reality is that you will still need this part-time job to cover for the payments of your school fees. What is practically possible is that many will come in after paying deposit, and they will come and be hustling to get the balance paid, except you are PTDF scholarship or a full scholarship somewhere. If you are self-sponsored, then once you come in with your deposit, you still need to pay the balances. And the thing is, to manage expectation, it may not be as easy. Okay. Once you come in, the school will start knocking your door to ask for the deposit. So the earlier you're able to secure a part-time job, the better. So these are some of the things that, with our presence in the UK, we've been able to help a lot of students that come in to get part-time jobs, maybe in security industry, care industry, what have you. So the network is there. It's not that anybody's guaranteeing the work, but at least you have a shock absorber. You have something to sort of fall on when you come around with our networks, with the opportunity that with other people that we brought into the country. So these are things that we've seen over the years that makes life easier for people. So, hello? You can mute yourself if you're not talking. Okay, so that's another opportunity. When Akram was talking about when you want to choose, there are some things you want to look into. One of the things I would advise is to actually check the model of the school. Many people just want to come in, greener pasture, just jackpot kind of thing, but no. You can use one stone to kill many birds. Okay, even though you want to come in, I'll give you my personal experience. Like I said, I came into the country. I didn't just come in to do just any random, course. I did sustainable electrical power, which is in line with my power expertise, and that was what has helped me my journey, my career so far. So even though I was in the UK getting my settlements and all of that, I was still progressing career-wise. That's because I chose the right course and all of that. So these are things you want to look into the module. You want to check the module. Sometimes it's not even about the university. It's about the module you want to do. For example, I'll give you a practical example. My son is just finished his first year in networks and cybersecurity. When he wanted to choose it, he had two options of computer and cybersecurity, and networks and cybersecurity. Okay. The school that was offering computer and cybersecurity is a higher up school. But when you check the module of computer and cyber, with that one that is offering networks and cyber, you realize that the ones offering networks and cyber, there are lots of better syllabuses that was covered, module wise. Then they went for the networks and cybersecurity. So sometimes you have to do a deep dive, look into exactly what you want to go for, and that will eventually help you when you're in the country. So don't be too desperate to go for anything. Get as much as possible what you think will be relevant, ask questions, and once you're in the country, we have the support that you can reach out to many networks. And I think that's it shortly from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Engineer Abdulwasi Olabisi. That's a fantastic account. Thank you for bringing those practical experience to the fore. I hope we can hear me. So that's really very good.
Yes.
I don't think we can complete a whole discussion today. It has to be stage by stage. But now we have a form of earlier interaction where there is and there is a body that is ready to support us. We have who is currently there, who is ready to support us with the help of the Cambridge consultancy. So I'm getting my net feeling sometimes. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to give opportunity for a few participants to ask their question live. You can type your question. I'm going to look at, but you can also hand electronic and to ask about 5. And you can ask live question. And engineer Abasi will be able to respond effectively. So anything ranging from how do we get this opportunity, where do we start, who do we look at, how do we, any question that you feel is bothering your mind, you have such a question. So I'm waiting for at least 5 participants to ask questions. Let me also say I'm a bit sorry that we couldn't accommodate more people. I was thinking that we presume that can accommodate 1,000, but we have provided alternatives so people can join what do we call it? They can join other, for example, to Telegram. We also live on Telegram. So I think I shared the link a few minutes ago, so others can join through Telegram. It is as if you are on a Zoom also. So I'm expecting questions. Do we have any question?
Professor Taslim, we have a question. One of the candidates wants to do a DBA in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah, we can help and support you if you can get in touch with us because we need to look for the DBA program. We need to see your previous achievements, and also we need to see what is your financial status, whether you want to go for a high ranking. Of course, high ranking universities will attract higher fees. We also have some other average ranking university with reasonable fees as well. So please do get in touch with us. We can be able to look into that more closely. We also have another applicant who has applied for University of Sheffield and trying to get a response from the university. We work with this university, so please do get in touch with us so that we can contact the university locally and hopefully try to speed up your application process. So this is for a MSc in environmental change.
All right. Any other question?
Yeah,
so I share a link now, so participant can, if you want to get started now, you can fill that form. At least CTC will get in touch with you so they can follow up with your request or with your case.
But a lot of students asking about scholarship. Please bear in mind, if you're looking for UK, it's difficult to get full scholarship. As I mentioned, you can look at probably 10 to 20% scholarship with regards to with regards to your admission. We can try to help and support you with maximum scholarship as possible, but full scholarship is not available at all in the UK particularly. So if you think that'll be kind of something you like to explore, please do let us know. We'll try to apply for some reasonable universities with good scholarship as well. So some options may be available. 100% scholarships for undergrads not available, unfortunately. Is difficult. As you can see, all these universities are fee-making universities, and it will not be possible for 100% scholarship. Yeah, regarding part-time jobs and the support for financial funds, I think Mr. Abdul Wasi have just mentioned with regards to the support we can provide. So please do get in touch with us. Is there a WhatsApp group for us to be in touch? Yes, I think my colleague have just created a WhatsApp group link. If you can join that particular group, and if you have any further questions, then we can certainly take it from there.
Hello, good evening. Please, I have a question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Your lecture, the scenario which you gave for different visa issues was very nice. I want to ask, whereby you are rejected for the visa or you got an acceptance for the university, can CTC help shape that out? Because, most times we get admission, but the visa application might come not so good. So can you help out in between that case to make sure that once I've been admitted by the university, my visa comes regardless of whatever happens in the UK?
Yeah, thank you so much for your question. That's a really good question. I mean, after all, doing all the hard work, getting all the good documents ready, applying and getting the offer, paying the fees, initial deposit, and then later on, juggling with visa questions. It's intriguing, but as I mentioned, we help and support students throughout the process. We'll guide you step by step on what is required in terms of visa, pre-visa. There are documents, there are funds that needs to be prepared. So we'll guide you step by step on that particular process. And once we are in the stage to apply for the visa, we sit down with yourself, and then we help you to complete that visa application form, which is an online form anyway. And then we help you to submit that application form and try to make an appointment for you as well. So we offer a very thorough and step-by-step process. So I would say, yes, we can help you with that as well.
Thank you very much. I'm already in the WhatsApp group. I saw the link. I'm joining Thank you very much.
Sure. Sure. Thank you so much. There is a question regarding a PhD in clinical psychology. PhD, of course, I mean, there are a lot of opportunities to study in UK, not just UG masters or DVA or PhD. PhD, yes, there are opportunities, but the PhD admissions takes a little bit more time because there's not a straightforward admission process. It has to go through the PhD panel. We have to look for a specific supervisor who can assist applicant on that aspect of the research. And then please do bear in mind that PhD is at least a 3 years program. So you need to have the funds ready for your tuition fees and accommodation. So do bear in mind not to not just be of the impression that once you come here, then you may have the opportunity to get some kind of stipend or scholarship. That's quite difficult. You can expect, but don't just rely on that. If you do, then that's good. If not, you have to be prepared upfront. Someone is in the final year. Do we have to finish first before we start processing? No, if you're in your final year, you don't need to wait until you have successfully completed. Let's say if someone is the final semester of their education, we can still start the application process. And as the university is aware that you're in your final leg, the university will then ask you to provide the relevant transcripts or qualification once you have received it. So it's better to start early and get an offer and keep it ready. And then once you have the rest of the documents, then we can proceed with that. So that is something a lot of students do. Scholarship opportunities, yes, as I mentioned, maybe 10-20%. That's something you can look into the UK. So hopefully, that's something you may be willing to explore. Full scholarships are not possible at all, unfortunately. There is no loan facility in the foreign countries because to avail a loan in a country, you have to have a permanent residency in that country. So if you're a student and trying to come to the UK, for example, and trying to avail a loan here, then the banks may not entertain that because you don't have a permanent status here in the UK. What other countries offer full scholarship? Germany, maybe, depending on your profile, but the German application process is quite lengthy. So we can explore that, but you have to have the right grades and the patience for the application process to go through. We can connect on a one-to-one basis to explore that opportunity. Yeah, thank you so much for your presentation. Which country is best for nurses for master's degree? I would say US. In UK, you can do a master's degree and you can start a job possibly with around £25,000, roughly $30,000. But if you do a similar program in the US for a master, let's say master's in nursing program, and then you take up the local nursing registration exam, which is called the NCLEX exam, then the starting salary in some states is around $60,000 to $70,000 per year. So as you can see, it's a very good opportunity, particularly for the medical sector. US is a very good option in terms of the nursing and doctors. Food engineering, yeah, there are a lot of programs in food and science engineering, or you can explore that. Please do get in touch with us so that we can look into the in more detail which country you may be willing to go ahead with. None of the English speaking countries offer scholarship, unfortunately. Germany may be one of them for you to explore, but also, as I mentioned, it has a lot of requirement, which we can discuss on a one-to-one basis. Is there a university I can do masters in medical or health physics with a GPA 3.2? Yeah, we can try. If you can share your CV, get in touch with our colleague, share your CV. Then we can try to look for potential universities offering the program with that particular CGPA. Yeah, as I mentioned, full scholarship is not available, unfortunately. Yeah, we have a university who has got a offer from GCU. Yeah, we can help you with the rest of the process. Jan 2026, please do get in touch with us. We can help you with the rest of the process to with regards to your admission requirements and also the visa process as well. So we can take it from there. Yeah, we can apply for more than one university. We usually recommend to apply for what we do is once we have a candidate, then we assess the candidate's profile, then we shortlist at least 4 to 5 universities, and we apply at least 4 to 5 universities for each candidate. From our experience, it's not viable, or it's not good to just rely on one option, applying for the university and waiting for that option. Worst case scenario, if that option is closed, then you'll not be left with any other choices. So it's always better to have a plan B. So what we usually do is we apply for at least 4 to 5 universities. So if you get all the offers, then of course it's your choice where you want to proceed. But at least in worst case scenario, if you're unable to receive an offer from one particular university, hopefully we can expect an offer from the other 4 universities. Yeah, my colleague has shared the WhatsApp group. Very relevant question. The people talk about students getting bored in foreign lands. What can you say about this? I mean, people here are, students, most of the students have to study and at the same time have to work as well to make up for the living. So there is no time for you to left to be bored, I suppose. Even if you're bored, after that, the university has a lot of student unions which you can get involved, let's say sports or otherwise, where you can explore. So there are a lot of things to explore, I would say. Yeah, please do get in touch with us with regards to Germany. We'll discuss that in more detail. Mechanical engineering, of course, you can explore US, which also is a better option. You have a lot of universities offering mechanical engineering in the UK as well, which you can explore. We can certainly look into that aspect. Yeah, I'll drop a direct email and contact number as well in the group. But well, if you can fill up just the form which our colleague have shared, this will help our colleagues to start contacting each one of you who have completed the form from Monday onwards, and they will be able to get in touch with you to see what's your requirement and how we can be able to assist you further. Yeah, the WhatsApp group has been shared. Sheffield University, we all are. I think we have covered most of the questions. Just some questions are being repeated. Yeah, if you have to complete your youth service, then of course you can let's say if you're starting your youth service now and you're planning to complete your youth service, let's say in June 2026, if you can contact us in October or November this year, then we'll try to apply for you for next September, which is September 2026, and then we can take it from there. So by the time you complete your youth service, we'll have your offer ready, and hopefully all the documents will also be ready, and then we can proceed for September 2026. Yeah, medical psychology, yes, you can be able to study in the UK or elsewhere, depending on your choice and preference. So we can certainly look into that aspect depending on your preferences as well. That was the last question. My colleague will drop the message in the WhatsApp chat with regards to the application, and also the WhatsApp group. If you can kindly just complete the application, this will help us to contact you starting Monday, and then we can take it from there. Any other questions, or else we can conclude this session? Professor Taslim, over to you.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Akram, for a very nice interaction. I hope most of us we understood the process at least to some extent now and what we need to do to get opportunity abroad. I know a lot of us were looking at, getting scholarship. So many students ask about that. How do I get scholarship? Full scholarship, full scholarship, that. You see, the fact is that there are scholarships are available in so many countries across the world, but they are really very, very, very competitive. So, for example, 3, 4, 5 scholarships can be competed by over 1,000 students. So, in most cases, so many, unless you are so brilliant, for example, you have a CGPA of maybe 4.9 out of 5, or you have done something that are very fantastic. So that will give you some edge. But what is important is for you to, any university you choose to go, either through the CTC, or you want to look at those universities yourself, you can go through their website, look at the scholarship opportunity, and to see whether you can apply or not. So, it's like a free world that you can explore yourself. But what we have today is like an high hope now. So telling you that there are so many opportunities and there are ways by which you can manage. Even if you don't have opportunity of getting scholarship, like we have so many people in the UK trying to do all these things. They don't have scholarship, but yet most of the time the payment structure is done in such a way that it is flexible, and then you can work your way through it and eventually graduate and raise your profile. Another thing I also need to inform all of us is on the issue of your transcript. It's important for you to get your transcript ready. There are so many students who lost, opportunity because of their transcript. So you need to start working on your transcript once you're about to graduate. In addition to that, you also need to work on your recommendation. You know, at least you need about 2 or 3 people who you can call at any time to give you a recommendation within 2 or 3 weeks. This is also very important. Some students will start contacting you when they need recommendation. A lot of people lost admission through this process as well. So those two parameters, your transcripts and your recommendation, they are very important. Don't take them with levity hand. So um I think this is a very nice point to stop. I want to thank Mr. Akram for very beautiful presentation. So his PowerPoint will be made available to all of us through the WhatsApp group that we talk about. So you can have access to it, and then you can contact the organization anytime you want. I also want to thank my very good friend, Engineer Abdewasi Olabisi, for the practical perspective. So rest assured that a lot of our people will continue to contact you and to seek your help, your contribution toward their elevation. And to the participants, I really want to thank you. I can't thank you a lot for coming this far. You've been here for over 1 hour, and I know, and I think the conversation has been very useful and fruitful to some of us. One thing that you need to know is that nobody can do it for you. You have to start working on it. Whether you want to go to this country or you want to go to that country, whether you want to seek scholarship or you want to make payment by yourself, you have to start from somewhere. You have to start from somewhere. You cannot sit there in your house and say, "Oh, somebody's going to give me opportunity." Nobody does that. The world is full of people who are double qualified. So it is like a war. You have to fight the war. So there will be a follow-up webinar very soon where we are going to also break down, the process of admission process. And for those of us who are interested in scholarship, the scholarship opportunity in different countries, in different universities. There are a few webinars I've done before where I broke all these things down. So you can see if you want to go to Europe, where it should be your target in terms of scholarship. You want to go to America, what are the type of scholarship that are available? You want to go to Asia, what are the scholarship that are available, and then how to start working for them. So there are likely to be a follow-up webinar or physical interaction here in Ogbomoso. But may I once again for your attention. I thank Mr. Akram for your attention and for the presentation. It is very, very fantastic. We can't thank you enough. We hope to come back to you from time to time. And to my